Hello, good morning and welcome to the AfriCell Sports Show on Afri Radio 1076. Nice to meet in sports is back on the frequency of your choice. This time is the 18th edition of Nice to meet in sports, and I have the pleasure to talk to Tapha Manneh, one of the best coaches so far in the Gambia at his time. And of course, you can recall when he won the FA Cup title 4 in a row with Gamtel Football Club. He's also won the league title with Gamtel after the last season before he left for Liberia. He's our guest in today's program. We will talk about how does the journey began for Tapha and other things. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First, Mr. Manneh, it's a pleasure to talk to you one more time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fadera. I am happy to be here.
When you were a child, what inspired Tapha to become a footballer?
Thank you very much. As you know, the football is a very famous game and a very popular game. But during our time, we watch wrestling, but football is more popular than wrestling. And I could remember one time there was a player called Lamin Sambo. I was really impressed the way he played. He was speedy, very funny somebody. He liked the game, entertained people. So I was, I really enjoyed the way he played and so forth. Actually, I was not a very good player. In my childhood, I was business-like. I don't like defeat. I always play in direct football. Just want to win.
When you were a child, I know most of the parents by then don't want their children to play football. How was it like for you?
Yeah, it's equally the same. For me, I was adopted by my uncle, which is brother to my mom. He did not have a child boy at the early stage, so my mother, gave it to him and to adopt me. So he take me as his own child. He doesn't want me to play football, and he always tell me that, Tapha, you can't play football. Those who go to school normally play football, because actually I did not go to primary school or secondary school. For me, I start schooling at GTDI and then move on to get my certificates and diploma and an advanced diploma. But I did not go to, we don't have the opportunity to go to primary school or secondary school. So he always emphasized that those who go to school normally play football. But you didn't go to school, you can't play football. Don't bother yourself. But at the end of the day, when I was playing, he used to bring his chair to the Nawetan ground to watch my game, because I was very, very popular in Nawetan, during the Nawetan in Lamen. I was a captain of my team. I played with a lot of players.
What is the name of the football club?
First team I played is Desert Stars. From Desert Stars, we changed to Strugglers. And from Strugglers, we changed the team name to Kulandega. That's a very famous team in Lameng. A lot of the coaches now, people who are in administrations and so forth, played with me in that team. Alaji Marong was one of my teammates. Musa Jame, Falcons is one of my teammates. Dugal, Lamin Jame, he also played with me. Mohamed Tambedu, and a lot of big players, and we played together in that team, and it was a great team in Lamen.
Now let's talk about this interesting part of the story before we go further. Tapha, can you tell us the mom and the dad? Where was Tapha born? And the other factor is, Tapha has never been to primary, senior, or to the other level, and Tapha is just fluent in English.
First, I was born in Brufut. My father is a citizen of Brufut. He's known as Ibrahim Manneh, but people call him Korda Manneh. My mother is from Gunjur. It's called Mama Jane, from Gunjur, Jane Kunda. We are related with Star Jane. Star Jane is my cousin brother. I he was grown up in Lamen. My uncle place, which is Kemo Jane. He was one time working for Gambia Telecommunication Company. His son once played for the national team, Latif Jane.
Latif, yeah.
Yeah, Latif's
so
father.
You are from a footballing background?
Yeah, Latif's father and my mother are the same mother and father. In fact, when I was playing Nawetan, Latif used to follow me. I'm the one who brought him in the game. He used to take my, shoes, be behind me and so forth. So that's how he liked football. But actually, I'm a born citizen of Brufut. Now I'm settled in Kombo Kerewan because I grown up in Lamen, but now I'm settled in Lamen Kerewan.
Let's talk about Shoni, because Tapha, before going to GTTI, Tapha has never been to school. He has never do this formal education. What inspired you to go to GTTI?
It's a very interesting question and a very interesting point. As you know, I have mates, and all my mates during my childhood, they all went to school. But unfortunately, my father did not want me to go to English school, and he made an taboo or whoever took me to the school. Okay. So my uncle, my moms, they were afraid to take me to the school. They want me to go and learn Arabic, and that's what they prefer. Unfortunately, I didn't go to Arabic school because I didn't fall on it. But I was really focused, concentrated, whatever I am doing, and I have interest. So most of my friends, my mates, when they came from the school, when they are reading, I have to be with them together and, make challenges, what they have. And every day when they come from school or whatever they learn, during the studies, I will also go and sit with them. When they are studying, I'll ask.
So you were smart when you were young?
Yeah, I was, really focused. I could remember one time I went to Mandinarin school. Because when I understand that my people don't want me to go to school, I went to Mandinarin primary school. I met one of the master. There was something Kamara, the surname is Kamara. So, he told me that, Mane, you have to come with your parents. Otherwise we cannot enroll you in the school. So that's how I gave up. So I was there, and later on, in the house, I was so smart, during my childhood, I used to wire our house with electricity. I used to go outside, pick these old batteries. And then, because my uncle is working at Gamtel, and I used to take cables and then try to connect those old batteries and then put
light the house.
Yes. Okay. So my uncle was very observant, and he told me that you need to be an electrician, and because the way you are doing, you will be very, very good. So I will take you to my office, and then you be an apprentice to one of the electricians. So that's how he took me to Gamtel. So that was in 1983-84. I was there as an apprentice to one of the electricians who was the head of the electrical department. It's called Williams. So I was with that guy for almost 2 years or 3 years. That was in 1987. 1987. They employ me. The issue was they want to employ me, but there was no vacancy in the electrical department. Okay. So I was employed as a technical cleaner because my uncle came. He said, Tapha, we want to help you, but they say they could be only a cleaner. And I always tell them that, let them take you. So I say, okay, no problem. I asked him whether there could be a changes. He said, that is depend on you. If you work well, yes, there could be changes, because there is nothing in this world which stays one. I can fully remember that one. So I went there to Gamtel.
My father was equally working for Gamtel, Mamandim Farid. I guess you may know, he's a plumber.
Oh, that's life. I work with Mamandim Farid very well. Fajikunda.
Yes.
I know him very. You see, that's life. Gambia is, too small. You are almost interrelated. When you ask him about me, he might tell you something. But to cut it short, that's how I started Gamtel, and I grew Gamtel, from the technical cleaner. I spent 5 years as a technical cleaner, cleaning the computers, equipments and so forth. And later on, I decided to quit the job because they moved me to OMC, which is the Operational Maintenance Center. I was in the OMC, but, I did not have any certificates. I know there's no prospect for me in that level. Then I decided to transfer, from OMC to power, where I have trained as an electrician. Mm-hmm. So my transfer was accepted, and they posted me to Basse, and I spent 3 years in Basse for postings. From there, I came back. When I came back as a technician, my position was changed to a technician, electrician. And when I came back, they want to promote me, but I didn't have any certificates. So my boss told me that, Tapha, you need to go to school. But unfortunately, my boss did not know that I didn't go to school.
Wow.
Yeah, Brahma Diba was my boss. Yeah. Boss is the manager by that time, and he's working with I think Hawks. Okay. Yeah, he's a big boss in Hawks. Okay. So he told me, Tapha, you need to go to school. I will arrange you go to GTTI, and there was one person in GTTI which was in charge of engineering department. It's called Comments. So he told me that you have to go there. I say, I have no choice, because I don't want to stay as a technician. I want to, prosper. I want to move up. So I went to GTI. I explained, meet Comments. Comments told me that go and take a form and at a registry. I went there, collect a form. In that form, it was stated that you should have something like credit in English and maths and so forth. So I look at the form. Say, how can I have English, credit, and maths when I didn't go to school? So it is funny. Then I fill the form and give it to Comments. Comments asked me, where's your papers? Where's your document certificates and so forth? I told him, no, I did not come with it. He said, okay, go and process this. Because Comments know he has a very good relationship with Diba. Yeah. He used to bring, Diba gave him that opportunity to bring students from GTTI to come on attachment, and then during that attachment, some of them succeeded. Yeah. They were employed. So there was a MOU between them. When the school is closed, they normally come for summer holidays and then train in the office. So the man doesn't have any doubt. He allowed me to pass the form, and he told me that you have to take out this school fee and so forth, the bills. Take it to Brahma, and they can process and go and pay. When they paid and so forth, when you are coming, you come with your certificates. So that's how I came in. When I came with that bill, I gave it to Brahma. Brahma take it the very day. He went to Banjul, process it, bring their check and pay everything.
So how was the first day in class for Tapha?
It's just like a magic. It's funny. Wow. It's funny. For English, it wasn't a very big difficult thing to me. When they are speaking, I understand what they are saying, and I can also write this and some sentence and so forth. But the issue was maths. We call it science and calculation. Hey, it was a problem for me. When they write, I could remember one day there was a teacher, one of our lecturers called Francis Mende. When in the science and calculation we are calculating, he went up to minus something. It became just like a magic to me. I couldn't understand. I say, how can you have minus? Because for me, the number ends at 0. I did not know that there was. Wow. So it was very interesting. But I am mature and I'm focused and I want to progress. I did very well and try to study constantly. Sometimes I go to bed, 4 o'clock, and then by 6 o'clock I wake up and then go to school because I was given 2 years study leave by Gamtel. So it was not easy for me, but I worked very hard. The first year when I sit City and Jails, the international certificates, I get all the credit. My subjects I got credit, and when the certificates came, I gave it to Brahma. Oh, it was crazy. They were very happy. Brahma was proud, but he doesn't know that I did not go to primary or secondary school. No, he did not know. So I did my certificate and proceed to my diploma, and I went to Chairman to do my advanced diploma in electrical installation. I did electrical and electronics engineering in GTI also. So that's how the life started. And when I pass out, graduate, and then came back to Gamtel, I was promoted to senior technical officer. Gamtel, I moved from senior technical officer to superintendent. From superintendent, I moved to senior superintendent. From the senior superintendent, I moved to a manager for electrical department in the Gamtel. I moved to Gamtel. I was appointed as manager power and environment. Until later on, I went back to Gamtel as an electrical manager in the section. I was in the electrical manager. Then I decided to quit and focus on football because I'm getting the good results in football.
Which year was that?
I resigned voluntarily from Gamtel in 2016.
By then, going to work and football for Tapha because you succeeded a coach and everybody doubted you, but that has been the history of Gamtel Football Club. You were the one whose name has been out there, transparent to everyone. If you say Gamtel, they say it's Tapha Manneh. FA Cup is Tapha Manneh's trophy. How was it like?
Yeah, it was all started in Gamtel, and I was a footballer. I played for Charen FC, and in divisional, I started playing for Charen FC. That was a third division and second division team in Lamen, and from there I moved to Saraba. I played for Saraba. And from Saraba, I once trained with Walidan, but I did not play for Walidan because I stayed there for 1 season. I did not play, because they have a bunch of that time. They have a bunch of players in the team, and a lot of people been there because of the name of the team. So I decided to play for Saraba. I played for Saraba until Gamtel was formed. When the team was formed, I was an employee of Gamtel. So when Gamtel has a team, they requested my transfer from Saraba. So that's how I transferred from Saraba to Gamtel in the second division. I played for Gamtel in the second division until the team is promoted to first division. And because of this GTTI issue, when I was going to GTTI, I couldn't, take two. I cannot be a player, and be a footballer. And it was difficult for me because I didn't have the background at that time to maintain two of them. So I decided to resign from football. But when I retired from football, that was around 2000 and 2001, around that year. By then Saul Kor was the coach, and Saul said I can't leave the team because what I'm doing for the team, and the respect I have in the team, I can't leave. If I leave football, that doesn't mean that I have to quit completely. So he said I have to be part of the technicians, to help him, because when I talk to the players, they respect my view. Whatever they are doing, when I say let's leave it and do this, they all comply. So I was moved to technician level. So when I close, I get my own time to join the training. So that's how I joined the team as a coach, as a technician, and I was doing that. One of my mentor, it's called Lamin Sambo. He saw me, with Gamtel, and I'm doing in Gamtel. I was there just like an administrator because I was responsible for the day-to-day running, between the FA and the Gamtel. So it went up to a certain point. I was commissioning some of the first division and second division games. But Sambo said, Tapha, you need to register as a coach, and then you start from there. So that man took me to Gambia Football Coaches Association, register me, and I attend their meetings month to month, end of month meetings, and so forth. So that's how the coaching start in Gamtel. So I was there, with Saul. Saul was removed as head of the team, and then Alaji Silla came, and we worked with Alaji Silla also. But Alaji Silla, told the management it's not necessary to sack Saul. He wants Saul to be his assistant. So that was how things started. I was behind them. So these two giants, I'm behind them. When I go to the training ground, I don't take part in the training. I just observe. So whatever they do, I just note it down, and wherever I have doubt, I ask them, and they were very helpful during that process. They also give me a lot of opportunities to go and train, and when the FA had organized coaching training, they would normally, select me to go and attend. Yeah, so they did very well for me. They did very well. So that's how I start, the coaching process until later. I think later in 2010, Gamtel was the team was training in the morning, and for me, I am a senior officer, and I can't leave my office to go and train in the morning. So I explained coach that I cannot make it in the morning. And it would be difficult for me. At that point in time, I was not focused. I did not decide to concentrate on football, to quit and coaching. No, because the position I have in the office, at that time, I can't leave it for football, So I stay away because coach, he insisted that that's the time he wants to train. So I wrote management that I want to quit because it's difficult for me. When the team is training in the morning, I didn't know what kind of training they are doing. So when they select a team, I can't have any voice because I didn't know what is happening in the team. And when the performance is not very they will think that we are all contributed. So that's the reason I resign. I say I can't work on it, and they can continue. So I went back, concentrate on the work, and until the end of the season, when the performance wasn't very good, end of the season in 2010. So the coach part with the management. So I was in the house. In the morning, I could remember they called me, Gamtel. They called me. They said, we want you to report to the office, our treasurer office. We want to discuss. We have an emergency. So I went to that meeting. They told me that you will be in charge of the team. By then, the league was finished, but the FA did not start. So they said, we want you to take over team as an interim coach until we have a coach. We are looking for a coach. But when we have a coach, then we can see. But for the time being, you are the one. Everybody said, you can keep the team for the time being. I said, okay, it's not a problem, but for me, I can't train in the morning. My training will be in the afternoon because I'm going to work. That's one. Two, the management, you need to write to Gamtel, to look at the time I am working and then try to reduce it, because I need a time to go home, prepare myself and go to the work and to go to a football ground. So they make all that arrangement. I was live openly. The management were trying to observe me. So that's how I started with Gamtel. The FA Cup came. We played the FA Cup game. Luckily, I won the FA Cup.
Let's talk about that first match of Tapha at the dugout. Head coach of Gamtel for the first time.